Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffani Beaston from Beauty and the Beastons, and I upload every single Tuesday and Sunday, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you just said that out loud with me, let me know in the comments below because I say that in every single video. But anyway, today we are doing a incredibly easy meal prep. I tried to keep this very minimal ingredients, very simple as to not be overwhelming, and it only took a few hours, and now we have meals for the week. So we're starting off with a breakfast option. I am making protein overnight oats. What I like about this is that you could really change it up with your toppings to make the flavor to be any kind of flavor you want. I'll have everything linked down in my description box below, but I'm showing you how to make the base here, and then I'm adding my own toppings, which are going to be some wild frozen blueberries and some shredded coconut. It's really delicious. So something I learned about protein overnight oats is that sometimes they come out so chalky, but that's because you can only use a half scoop of protein in each of these. If you use a whole scoop, it's really just too much. I'm using some chia seeds as well as some maple syrup to sweeten, and the texture that the chia seeds gives it just like more of a pudding-like texture, and it just makes it extra delicious. And I'm also using coconut milk here. You can use whatever kind of milk or liquid that you'd like. I just like the flavor of coconut milk in my overnight oats. You can also use yogurt if you'd like. There's so many different options, but this is an easy one that is delicious and very simple to add protein to if you have a hard time getting your protein in like me. And then here's just the very beautiful, aesthetically pleasing portion, but I go ahead and mix it all up and store it in the fridge. Next up, we are making peanut butter chocolate chip oatmeal bars. These were honestly so delicious. The kids love them. I made these basically with the kids in mind, but Chris and I love them so much there's barely any left. So for this recipe, it's very simple as well. We're using oats, we're using a little bit of vanilla extract. I wound up using 3 bananas. It kind of depends on the size that you have. And then we're just going to mash up the bananas and then add in all of our other ingredients. It's very, very easy. You only have to bake it for 20 minutes on 350 degrees and then turn off your oven and cook it for an additional 5 minutes, and it comes out literally perfect. The texture is great, and I do store these in the fridge just because of the bananas. They will get moldy if you leave them out. You can always warm them up as well, but they were so easy to make, minimal ingredients, and so yummy. Especially if I can get my Tanner to eat these, then you know it's good. You'll also notice that there is no eggs in this recipe, so I think this is really great for people that can't have eggs. You could make this vegan if you use vegan chocolate chips. It was so good you wouldn't even notice that it was vegan or gluten-free or any of that. It's just really good, a super easy option, and also it's a nice snack as well. I used peanut butter in this recipe just because that's our favorite. You can use any type of nut butter in this though. I think I had way too much fun just like spreading that out. I found it very relaxing, but now I'm adding a little bit of cinnamon, which is optional, and putting it in the oven 350 degrees for 20 minutes, and then turn your oven off after the 20-minute mark. let it sit for 5 minutes, and here is how it came out. The house smelled amazing, and it honestly made me excited for all of the fall cooking and all the fall smells and baking and all of that.
You should sell these at the store.
Yeah? You're so sweet, baby. And for our final breakfast option, this is one of our favorite breakfasts to make, but it's nice to have it ahead of time. It's a sweet potato hash with some scrambled eggs. Of course, you can add cheese to your eggs. You can add any type of breakfast meat you'd like, but I'm using a dozen eggs, a red pepper, a yellow onion, some green onion, and sweet potatoes. You could also use whatever type of potatoes you like. And I'm going to be showing you here how I cut things up super quickly. You've probably seen it in previous videos of mine as well. But this chopper thing I got was like one of the first things that I got sent for free when I started YouTube. And I still use it to this day. There's many similar ones on Amazon, so I'll try to link that below for you. So this tool here literally like cuts in half the time of cutting. I just had that one sweet potato a little bit too big, so I had to go back in and chop it. But yeah, you see how fast and easy it is. This thing is amazing, especially when you're making like salsas or you're trying to have things in a uniform size to cook evenly. I love this. So you'll notice that I started to put all my sweet potatoes onto one baking sheet, and then it just got overcrowded, so I wound up doing 2 baking sheets. If you overcrowd your like veggies and things like that on a baking sheet, it's just going to get really soft and not really roast like you want it to. So that's why you want to give that type of stuff some room. So I'm just baking this on 440 degrees for about half an hour. Of course, that varies based on your oven. So while that's roasting, I'm just cutting up my green onion that we're going to be topping our little breakfast meal prep bowls with, and then scrambling 12 eggs. Okay, so this literally doesn't get much easier, but think of how much time this will save in the morning and the mess it'll save. All you have to do is throw this in the microwave until it's warmed up. Very, very easy, and like I always say, super delicious. So I'll probably put ketchup on this as well. Are you a ketchup on your eggs type of person or no? And then finally, we're just topping it with our green onion. We're going to close those up, and the breakfast portion of this video is complete, and we are moving on to a lunch option. This lunch has a lot going on in the bowl. It's like very easy one pot dish, which I was also trying to do. But it has a lot of protein. It has ground turkey. It has chickpeas, a can of diced tomatoes. You'll see I put everything here just so you can see what it all looks like together, so that it's not very overwhelming. So rice, we have some hot sauce. You can use whatever kind of hot sauce you like. I've seen people use Tabasco as well. A thing of ground turkey, peppers and onions. You'll see a lot of repeat ingredients in these, which can be really good based on like seasonal produce, what's available. But this is also a lot of the flavors that we really like. But one pot dishes are where it's at. So, I was a big fan of like the microwavable rices that come in the bag. I'm trying to be a little bit healthier here and use my rice cooker, which is so incredibly easy. It does take some time though, so it's not like that 5-minute throw it in the microwave type rice, but it's very good. So I'm getting the rice going here, chopping up all of my produce. I'm gonna brown my turkey and add the spices and vegetables. Very easy. Towards the end, I will add in a couple of cups of spinach to give it some extra greens, and this was delicious. Carter actually had 2 bowls of this, so that made me really happy because most of my other kids would look at this and be like, no way. But Carter, he likes a lot of foods, and he's always pretty much been a good eater. He loves chili too, so he really enjoyed this. If you are somebody who likes to meal prep or even make dinners ahead of time or do freezer prep, let us know in the comments below your favorite and easiest meal prep meal. This next meal is a dump and go meal, which is amazing because it's pretty much opening up some cans and dicing up some vegetables and meat and calling it a day. And then you have a layered, delicious dish. I was worried about how it was going to come out because I hadn't done something like this in a while where you actually use raw chicken chunks. If you have like rotisserie chicken and all that, you can do the same thing, but you probably want to cook up your onions and things and you wouldn't cook it as long. But this uses raw chicken in it, so I'm just putting my rinsed white rice on the bottom, my yellow onion, my garlic, and my chicken broth, and to mix it up, and then layer my chicken and my beans and corn and salsa and cheese, and that's it. And then a couple of spices. There's paprika and chili powder. I liked it, but I might even switch up the spices to like a taco seasoning or something like that. You can do whatever spices you want. It was really good. Again, Carter really liked this and Ella liked it. And again, just something that you can put in one dish. This would also be one of those meals that would be good to drop off to a friend who, you know, is going through a tough time or just had a baby or something that you just want to cook for somebody. This would be a really nice meal to drop off for somebody to just go ahead and bake in the oven. I always say you can top it with foil and put the instructions on top. But yeah, this is a really easy meal, and I think this will be something that really good for like back to school when we're all trying to get back on our schedules and just have easy dinners made ahead of time. Very, very, very easy. You have to try this one. So the secret here is the layering. You do want the rice to stay on the bottom, so you gotta be careful with how you place the chicken on top and stuff, because when the rice is on the bottom, it'll cook the best. Again, just really enjoying spreading stuff. Did anybody ever used to have like one of those like little sand zen gardens that you can play with like a little rake, or am I just the only weirdo who had that? But anyway, I've seen them at the dollar store recently too, but I love that kind of stuff. So this is going in the oven on 350 degrees. I did it covered for 45 minutes and then uncovered for 10 minutes. So it does take a while to cook, but it's one of those things that I said it's super easy. You can make it ahead of time and throw it in the oven when you're ready to eat, or you can even just warm it up once it's all cooked and you put it in the fridge. You can just warm it up again in the oven. And then last but not least is this turkey and sausage tortellini. I've been seeing this all the time. People do it in the crock pot. But my Wegmans has gluten-free tortellini, so I was so excited. If you're new here, my husband and I are gluten-free. I'm gluten-free because I have Hashimoto's and it just helps. I have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, so I've been gluten-free for over 10 years now. It's very easy for me. It's nothing challenging at all. I'm used to it, and there's a lot of great options out right now. So anyway, don't just like excuse this image right here. Anyway, I'm just cooking my sweet Italian sausage. No, this is mild sausage and ground turkey together to kind of like break up the sausage taste and give it like a more mild flavor. Adding in some jarred sauce, and then I pretty much slow cooked it all day. So I think that's where the crock pot comes in handy. And then before you serve it is when you will add your tortellini. Cover, just let that cook for a couple minutes, and you can top with cheese and basil like I did, and call it a day. So easy and delicious. And I love having like a salad with my pasta, so I just use like a bagged salad and then my favorite dressing that I'll show you on screen here. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And I'm taking my video requests for August and September. So please leave any videos you want to see down below, and I would love to make that for you. And I hope this just gave you some motivation to try to meal prep or get things ready ahead of time to make your life easier.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation.